Ancient Greece, renowned for its philosophy, drama, and political innovations, was also a cradle of remarkable technological ingenuity. From simple tools and architectural breakthroughs to complex automata and early computing devices, Greek technological achievements were deeply entwined with their scientific exploration and practical needs. This essay explores the most significant inventions developed in ancient Greece, their creators, applications, and enduring influence on later cultures. Foundations of Greek technology. Greek technological development was strongly influenced by practical necessity, philosophical inquiry, and mathematical rigor. In contrast to the modern industrial emphasis on mass production, Greek technology was often focused on individual problem solving, experimentation, and clever mechanical designs. The Greeks combined Mesopotamian and Egyptian knowledge with their own innovations, leading to a rich body of work in mechanics, hydraulics, astronomy, and construction. Architectural and construction innovations. 1. Crane, gyranos. One of the earliest mechanical inventions, the crane revolutionized construction. Introduced around the 6th century BCE, it allowed for the lifting of heavy stone blocks used in temples and public buildings. The crane used pulleys, ropes, and winches powered by human or animal labor. Evidence from temple construction at Delphi and Athens suggests widespread use. Sharp 2. Archimedean screw. Though more commonly associated with Archimedes of Syracuse, 3rd century BCE, the Archimedean screw may have earlier origins. It is a device used to raise water from low-lying areas. A helical surface is rotated within a cylinder, enabling irrigation in arid Greek environments, especially in agriculture and drainage systems. 3. Lime concrete and earthquake-resistant columns. Greek architects used a form of hydraulic lime concrete, predating Roman cement. Additionally, they developed sophisticated column bases that could pivot during seismic activity, reducing structural damage. This innovation is especially evident in temples of Asia Minor, such as those in Ephesus. 3. Mechanical devices and automata. 1. Antikythera mechanism. Arguably the most astonishing technological artifact of the ancient world, the Antikythera mechanism, circa 100 BCE, was discovered in a shipwreck near the Greek island of Antikythera. Often dubbed the first analog computer, it consisted of over 30 bronze gears and could predict astronomical positions, eclipses, and calendar cycles. It demonstrated profound knowledge of gear mechanics, mathematics, and astronomy. 2. Hero of Alexandria's automata. Hero, or Hieron of Alexandria, 1st century CE, created numerous automated devices, including programmable carts powered by falling weights, theatrical automata for temples, a coin-operated holy water dispenser, arguably the earliest vending machine, the aeolipile, a steam-powered rotating device and forerunner to the steam turbine. Hero compiled his devices in books like Pneumatica and Automata, indicating that Hellenistic engineers had begun exploring automation and robotics well before modern times. IV, hydraulics and water management. 1. Ctesibius pump and hydraulic systems. Ctesibius of Alexandria, 3rd century BCE, known as the father of pneumatics, invented the force pump used to raise water with pressurized air. This innovation found applications in firefighting and fountains. He also developed the clepsydra, or water clock, a regulated timekeeping device based on water flow, and applied principles of air compression, valves, and pressure in ingenious ways. Aqueducts and water distribution. Though often credited to the Romans, aqueducts were employed in Greece as early as the 7th century BCE. The Tunnel of Eupalinos on the island of Samos, built around 530 BCE, was a 1-kilometer-long aqueduct tunnel, bored from both ends with astounding precision. This tunnel remains a marvel of ancient engineering and surveying techniques. V. Astronomy and measurement tools. 1. Astrolabe, invented in the Hellenistic period, likely by Hipparchus or Apollonius of Perga. The astrolabe was a multi-purpose astronomical instrument. It could determine the position of stars, measure latitude, and tell time. Later Islamic and European scholars expanded upon this design for centuries. 2. Dioptra and gnomon. The dioptra was a surveying instrument used to measure angles and align buildings or aqueducts. It is a forerunner to the modern theodolite. The gnomon, a simple vertical astronomical rod used to cast shadows was employed in sundials and in determining solstices, equinoxes, and geographic latitude. Military technology. 1. Catapult and ballista. The Greeks engineered powerful siege weapons. The gastrophetes, or belly bow, was a handheld catapult precursor. This evolved into the torsion-powered catapult and ballista, developed at the Dionysian Arsenal in Syracuse, 4th century BCE, and used in battles such as the Siege of Rhodes. These machines could hurl stones and projectiles over great distances, shaping ancient warfare. Now 2. Greek fire, precursor concepts. Although Greek fire is primarily attributed to the Byzantines, the Greeks explored chemical warfare. In texts attributed to Zosimus of Panopolis, ingredients like pitch, sulfur, and quicklime were used in incendiary concoctions. These early ideas foreshadow later Byzantine flamethrowers. The 7th. Agricultural and maritime innovations. 1. Plow improvements. Greek farmers developed iron plowshares and introduced designs like the aeratron, suited for various soils. These tools increased productivity in the Mediterranean's stony terrain. Harvard 2. Maritime technology. Greek shipbuilding reached its height with the development of triremes, fast and agile warships powered by 3 tiers of rowers. Naval innovations also included advanced anchoring systems, ship rudders, use of lead soundings for navigation. They also understood principles of buoyancy and hydrodynamics, which helped in port construction, especially in Piraeus and Rhodes. The 8. Medical instruments. 1. Surgical tools. Greek physicians, especially those influenced by Hippocrates, 460 to 370 BCE, and Galen, 2nd century CE, developed a variety of surgical tools including scalpels, forceps, bone drills, catheters. These tools were made of bronze or iron and were used in procedures like trepanation, removing a piece of the skull, and cauterization. 2. Medical devices. Texts from the Hippocratic corpus describe early gynecological instruments, bandages, and techniques for bone setting. These innovations reflect a high level of anatomical understanding. IX. Textiles, tinkering, and everyday tools. 1. Mechanical looms. Greek looms were not fully mechanized, but their design improved tension control and thread spacing. This allowed for intricate woven patterns, like those seen in Ionic and Corinthian tunics. Hummer 2. Clocks and timers. Beyond the water clock, the Greeks explored mechanical timers for legal and philosophical debates. These devices, using sand or water, were essential in Athenian courts, where timed speeches were a fixture of democracy. Hatter 3. Writing and counting tools. Greek traders and scholars used abacuses, counting boards, and styluses for economic transactions and educational purposes. These tools represent the roots of Greek numeracy and record-keeping. Hacker X. Philosophical attitude towards technology. Despite their inventions, many Greek intellectuals viewed technology with ambivalence. Plato and Aristotle often saw manual labor and technological work as inferior to philosophical contemplation. In Plato's Republic, the division of labor is acknowledged, but craftsmen are placed lower on the social hierarchy. However, figures like Archimedes, Hero, and Ctesibius challenged this notion, blending theory with practical applications, proving that science and technology were not mutually exclusive. Legacy and influence. Greek technological knowledge was transmitted through Roman adoption, Islamic preservation, and Renaissance rediscovery. Engineers like Vitruvius cited Greek methods, and Arabic translations of Greek treatises sustained this knowledge through the Middle Ages. Many of the principles developed, gear systems, hydraulics, siege mechanics, resurfaced in the designs of Leonardo da Vinci, Islamic polymaths, and modern engineers. Conclusion. The technological inventions of ancient Greece reflect a civilization that, despite valuing philosophy in the abstract, did not shy away from solving practical problems. Their contributions in architecture, astronomy, automation, medicine, and mechanics laid the foundations for countless modern technologies. With minds like Archimedes, Hero, and Ctesibius, the Greeks created machines not just to labor, but to think, measure, heal, and even entertain. Their legacy is a powerful testament to the ingenuity of ancient minds and the enduring power of invention.